Killin Time Outdoors is in partner with Wicked Archery, Hooksetter USA, Dick Smith's Live Bait and Tackle, Beavertail Bait, Vibrations Tackle, Outdoor Trade Show Channel, Quick Graphics, There's one. There we go. We were just gonna, oh God, nice. We were just gonna shoot an open. We're on Lake Winnipeg, and this is a little one. We are on famous Lake Winnipeg for these greenback walleyes, and there's plenty of room for improvement here. We just got out here a little bit ago. We're in the hub. As you can tell, it's shaking like crazy. The winds are supposed to blow like 50 miles an hour today, and it's about 0 out, so it's insanely cold with the wind chill. So we'll get this little guy back because this is almost like bait for these big walleyes. Fish. It's coming. Big mark too. Oh baby. Okay. This is big. There's so much transducer. There's like, we're dealing with like 4 feet of ice, so it's gonna be really hard to get these fish started. Once I get them started, should be good. Oh my God. You got to keep a good amount of pressure on these fish too, because Manitoba, you got to be barbless. So I pinched all my barbs this morning. You can't give these fish any slack. That's why I'm fishing with fluorocarbon too, to give the fish a little bit more stretch. Here comes, here comes, here comes. Oh, it's big, it's big. Oh my God. That is why I came to Winnipeg. And look at this bait. Gone. Completely gone. Oh my God. Oh my God. That is freaking awesome. There's my bait. This thing is big. I got a bump board here. Bump them out. What do we got? Oh, dude, it's 30 1/4. Wow, that is a giant walleye. So cool. It's been actually a really tough morning. We're dealing with crazy temperatures, stupid wind. It's blowing like 30 miles an hour with gusts of 40 and more. But it took 3 hours, but that is so worth it. Oh my God. That is why I came to Manitoba. Like, that's a 10-inch hole. Just gonna check my line. You see that fish had it so deep, like the whole bait was inside the fish's mouth. Check our drag. Drag's good. Say this is a 32-inch medium rod, so it's not super heavy, and you want the medium power so you get a lot of bend back into your blank. Like I said, you got to keep a lot of pressure on these fish, and you don't want it to be so stiff where you've only got a little bit of tip movement, because with these barbless hooks, if that fish gets any slack at all, that bait's going to fall right out unless they have it completely down their throat. So that's going to do it for us on our first day on Winnipeg. Had a really good experience. We got a really nice fish. We caught some other smaller ones. We're going to get packed up here. The thing with this lake is the drifts are so big and they're so hard to see in low light that you got to get on and off with light so that you don't get stuck and get stranded out here. We are by ourselves, so got to respect the lake in that manner, but I'm really confident going into tomorrow. I marked 12 fish today. I hooked 8 of them and I caught 6 of them. So I know if I can mark them, I can catch them. But the biggest thing today was that it was just so nasty out. The wind was blowing like 40 miles an hour. It was like 25 below with the wind chill that we just weren't able to be mobile and move around a little bit. So tomorrow, I got a whole new game plan. We're gonna set up a little bit different spot, and I'm feeling really good about tomorrow morning. We should have a good next 3-4 days. Fish over here. That thing ate it right under the ice. This might be a better one. Still on there. It is so cold today. It's like 10 below. It's blowing like 20, 25 mile an hour winds. It's gonna be a struggle today, but if we get a couple of good bites, here comes Ryan, it could be worth it. Oh, come here. There we go. We barely had him hooked. Oh, I think I had him hooked better than I thought. Oh, he's got like some growths on his bottom jaw here. Nice. Not a bad way to start the morning. Nice fish, about a 24-inch male. He's got some really weird bumps on the front of his lip. God, they're so light. But we just got set up. We're fishing a little bit deeper water today. Thought the cold front might push the fish a little bit deeper. Yeah, we're onto something. We've only been fishing about 20 minutes, so not bad. Let's get him back. Oh man. Fish, 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 fish. Oh my God. Drag. not have good hooks in this fish at all. Just trying to get him started. Here's my swivel. He's started. He's coming up. Coming up. Can't see anything. There we go. Not bad. Not bad. Midday, like out in freaking nowhere. And look at these spoons, guys. This is some of the coolest stuff about what these fish have been doing. Look at that thing. Gone. Like they eat it so hard. There, barbless, pops right out. Wow, that was cool. We just made a move. We just made a move a little bit ago. This is our second fish. First one was super small, and then it's been dead for half hour. I haven't marked any fish, and then this one just came out of nowhere. God, they're so cool in that sunlight too. Really show that green. Not a bad one. Cool. Well, maybe we're in a little window here. It's so cool, and that black tip on the back of their dorsal. Love it. So something you can do with your baits is you can do some small things to make them work better for you. So in this case, I've been catching fish on this rattle bait, right? Well, originally it had 2 of these hooks here on it, okay? And then the fish kind of started to get a little bit finicky. So what I did is I took a back hook from a clam leech footer spoon, and then it's just got this feather on here. So it's just a little added teaser on the back of this bait. And when you just kind of hop this bait, this tail will kick up really nice, and it'll make that feather kind of flop there. But then this bottom hook is actually really nice, how these points kind of bow in a little bit. It keeps those fish pinned pretty good. So I started to hook fish on this spoon, but this spoon had a hook on the bottom that didn't have this little curve to it, and I was losing a lot of fish. So I took the hook from the rattle bait and I put it on the bottom of this spoon, and I was hooking more fish, but then I was still losing fish. And I kind of figured that maybe the fish were hitting this top little leaf here, this part of the spoon. So I took a number 8 mustad triple grip and I put that on the top split ring, so that if the fish are coming after this, they're gonna get this hook on the other side, versus if they're hitting this, I was losing fish. Even though I knew this was a really high quality hook on the bottom, I was still missing fish. And now that I've put this one on the top, my hookups are way better. And I think I've only lost 1 fish on this spoon today and caught a bunch of small ones and a couple nice ones. So the other thing you gotta do with this too is you want them to be on separate sides. So when I do my line tie, I want them on opposite sides, so that this extra little leaf spoon here has room to flutter without this hook hitting it and holding it down or resisting it from having any kind of action. So you want to tie it in the center, so your hook's on one side, and then this has plenty of room to swing by its own over here. Fish. Not bad. Here we go. It's our first fish of the morning. Came on a rattle bait right away. Only been fishing about 5 minutes, so we're gonna try and hop around today, be a little bit more mobile. Trying a little bit of a new area. We were here not too far away the other day, but that's a good start to the morning. Okay. Well, we're not even to sunrise yet. We already got a bite, so that's good. That's good. God. That fish came out of nowhere. fish have been like, yeah, this could be good. The fish have been like kind of weird this morning. The fish have kind of been timid this morning to anything that's moving. I was just sitting here dead sticking. Not dead sticking, we're just holding my bait. I just got smoked. I never even saw the mark. Getting closer, we're right at the bottom of the hole. Got a little spoon right here too. Super double. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. This one's right here. Oh my god, look at this one. Okay, that's a big one. I don't know. Okay, I still have this fish hooked. And this is a good one too. Doesn't feel bad. Okay, so we've got a 28-incher on the ice. And I saw this other mark over here on my graph, and I picked up my spoon a little bit, and I decided I just lifted it at like 6 inches. This fish came up and ate it. Okay, this is getting this. I'm gonna turn the heater up a little bit so I'll keep this fish warm. It's on the ice. Okay. Here's my swivel. Coming up. Okay. So this one isn't as big as the other one, but we'll do a quick like bass pick here. Winnipeg's pretty cool. Wow, doubled. Cool. Well, I'm going to put this fish in the water a little bit just to keep his fins and everything good. I'll hold that one there. Okay, he's doing good. I'm going to unhook this fish without breaking my rods. All right, here they are one more time. I'm gonna get the little one back down the hole, and then I'll show you guys off the big one a little bit more. Okay, so that one's gone, and somewhere in there is my bait. I hope you guys can see it. Wow. So I've been running 2 rods because the fish have kind of been preferencing either a spoon or the rattle bait. And some of them, I started out with a rattle bait this morning and I caught one right away. And then just the way they were acting on the graph, they were kind of skittish. And as soon as I would move the rattle bait, they'd be gone. Like they didn't like the noise, the aggression. So I grabbed my spoon. So I started running 2 baits, a rod in each hand. I'm running a rattle bait in one hand. There we go. Like that. So I've been running a rattle bait in one hand and a spoon in the other because they were kind of shying away from the rattle bait as soon as I would move it. And then I caught a really nice one on a spoon. We just got the cameras all set up in the shack and our lenses got frosted up. It's probably like a 28 or 29, maybe a 30. Regardless, it was just an amazing fish. We didn't get footage of it, but I got a really nice picture of the fish. But that was crazy what just happened. But like I said, just working 2 baits and seeing what they want. And this thing wanted the rattle bait and the other one wanted the spoon. That was so cool. I don't think I've ever done that before. Let's get them back. Just getting ready. There we go. A Winnipeg wave goodbye. That was freaking cool. I'm shaking. Awesome. I gotta get my hands warmed up first of all, and then get my baits back down because there's a bite this morning. That's for sure. There is definitely a bite going on. So So I'm fishing 2 lines, and I'm inside, I'm in the same shack, and I'm really not that far apart, maybe 5 feet, 6 feet. But I'm running 2 graphs, and the reason I'm running 2 graphs is because I'm fishing both of my baits at the same spot in the water column. We're fishing pretty shallow. There's only 7 feet of water under the ice, so my cone angle isn't exactly getting to both baits. I have it set so I can't see, this bait on that transducer. And if I was fishing at 2 different places in the water column, I'd be able to get away with just using one, so I could see which bait that fish is on. But in this case, they're both coming off the bottom and they're being pretty finicky, so I don't want to move the other bait and maybe possibly scoop the fish that's only 5 feet away that's looking at the other bait. So I brought it as a spare, just because it's good to have a spare on a trip like this, but at the same time, if you've got it, you might as well use it, and it's helping me catch more fish for sure. Well, this is going to wrap up day 4 on Winnipeg. It was a pretty cool experience to come up here. I've been wanting to do this trip for a while. I've had an invite from a good friend of mine, Matt Cornell, for the last 3 years to do this, and finally said I'm going to do it. I'm going to go, and it was a really cool experience. Like I said, I had a really good time, caught some really nice fish. This lake is everything that they make it out to be. Every day you've got a chance catching a fish well over 30 inches, and we accomplished that. So we had a good trip. We dealt with some adversity, but that comes along with basically everything that we seem to do, but we overcame it. So I definitely know that I will be back. This was a pretty cool bite. If you guys want to get up here yourselves, get a hold of Matt Cornell, find him on Facebook. He has his own guide service up here. Wouldn't be able to do this without him. He pointed me in the right direction. We keep in touch quite a bit, but if you guys want your own chance to catch one of these giant fish, get a hold of Matt. He knows what he's doing for sure.
Killin Time Outdoors is in partner with Wicked Archery, Dick Smith's Live Bait and Tackle, Hooksetter USA, Vibrations Tackle, Beavertail Bait, Outdoor Trade Show Channel, Quick Graphics.
Can you just talk for a second? What do you want me to talk about? You're not saving it. God, I feel like I should change baits, but it's so hard to.
I don't see what's so hard about that.
Picking the right one, Ryan. It's not snap swivel either.
What are you using?
I forget what they're called. It's a no knot, that's what it is. Or a no tie. Like, that's a 10-inch hole. No. No. She snagged my bait. No. This is not good. God. It's barbless. It should just pop right off. Yep. Right? Yeah. Whew. Okay, we're still good. Oh my God.
I just stopped recording.
Good. Okay. All right. I like that. I like that. What the? I think like a 15-pounder had a hold of them and just let them go. So we've caught a bunch of these. Probably not going to show you guys any of them, but catch probably 10 of these a day. Just really nice fish, and they're pretty. Hey, he went down the hole, all right? That was no foul. Oh my God, he was full of it. He thought he was 30 inches and, wow. I'm not talking about that anymore. Get the thing out of my face. I messed up, all right? I didn't mess up that bad. He's fine. He took off.
30 incher.
Shut up. If your heater wasn't on, my drag wouldn't be slipping.
Come on, Doc. Where's the 35 inches at?
Somewhere. I'll settle for a 32.
Just doesn't.
Push down.